So before we start building or architecting any solution, and before we write any line of code to deploy any technology that supports your business strategy, you should have already considered security. And that is one of the principles of DevSecOps. So DevSecOps is a development practice that integrates security initiatives at every stage of the software improvement relationship between the development and the operations team. So it tends to try to break down the silo. So instead of operating in individual mindsets, we focus on building security into the process. And if you look on the diagram, you'll see that we have the development team and we have the operation teams, which is a typical way of operating. However, security is always considered after. And what we tend to do with DevSecOps is to shift security to the left. And in shifting security to the left, what that simply means is that it's a practice of moving security as early as possible. And it is conducted as a part of the shift left process, referring to moving security and any other security activities earlier in the delivery process. Ultimately, as I said, shifting left, ultimately, the goal of shift left is to avoid any critical bugs, any security defects during the deployment phase. So instead of identifying security weaknesses in the later stage when you're trying to deploy, when you're trying to push your application or your systems to production, which it will be costly, and I'm going to show you some stats about that, it is always best to consider security as early as possible.